Good afternoon, everyone, or morning or night, whenever you're watching this video. Before I go any further, I'd like to apologize for the outdoor noise that you probably hear. People are literally laying down crap all over my property. So, as soon as the mulchers are done, maybe you might be able to hear this video a little bit better, but I have tried to muffle the sound as much as possible. So as you can see in front of you, today we're going to take a look at the classic construction models Caterpillar 834 wheel dozer in 1:48 scale. So this came out a few years ago. It is based on and has a lot of components from the 988 original wheel loader. So it comes in this outer shipping box, and as you can see here, it's held in very nice with these just styrofoam inserts or blocks, if you will. So let's go ahead and remove those. So while I'm doing this, I know I get asked this at least 3 or 4 times a week. People always want to know, what's the difference in scale between 1:48 and 1:50 scale. It's really all based on preference, but in my opinion, I think that the scale differential is really not that much, and you can't really tell. So it doesn't bother me in the least, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So once you get the tissue paper off, here is the box. Very nice Cat 834 wheel type tractor, classic construction models logo there. Your Pac-Man logo and your 834. And on the underside, you can see 1:48 scale precision die-cast model. And you have these little tabs that you have to pull off. Helps to have fingernails. Oops. And it helps if the tab comes off in one piece. That's all right. There we go. And then you can gently lift the top off. The model sits wrapped in tissue paper inside. There are a lot of delicate pieces on this. Well, I won't say delicate, but detail. So when you go to take this out, make sure you don't grab it on something that possibly might break off, such as the handrails. But if you're watching this video and you can afford this model in the first place, you probably don't even need to hear that message. So it's complete out of the box. We'll go ahead and take a look at it. So for whatever reason, these were huge on the West Coast, and a lot of times they were used to push smaller scrapers and that kind of stuff around. Taking a look at the front, the dozing blade goes up to about there. And actually right on top you can see Cat here, which looks great, and 834 there. Tires are nice and chunky, and like I said, the exact same tires that you would find on a 988 from this time period. One great detail is the engine work in the back. An even better detail is the perforated engine housing to allow air to get to the radiator and engine. Some nice lights, the Caterpillar name spelled out, all that fun stuff. So, one really cool feature I like about this model is, like a wheel loader, sometimes it may hit some uneven ground, and to avoid destroying the wheel wells, they actually come up a little bit. So there's a fair amount of play on both sides. It is just on the front, though. Looking at the operator's cab, a single steering wheel, a single seat. On the right side, 3 joysticks or levers. Coming over to this side. Again, some great detail looking down. You have your exhaust and your air cleaner. Some hydraulic lines up here. Underneath, bears taking a good look. As you can see, there's some wear plating detail on the dozer blade. 2 different axles. And oscillation on the rear axle is very, very good. And even across the pivot point, or the articulation joint, it looks good as well. So overall, this is a very simple piece of machinery, but one that I like a lot because it's different. It's not your standard bulldozer, excavator, or wheel loader. It's not a model everybody has. So for that reason, I would recommend it. But it's also a very good accessory. And speaking of, for an additional cost of, I believe, $15 on the CCM website, you can get this little piece right here, this umbrella or canopy. Again, this was something that a lot of the contractors would do during this time period just to shade them from the sun. It is a metal piece, an all-metal piece. Underneath here is a sticker, so you would just remove that. And whether you have the 660 scraper or whether you have this, you can mount that anywhere you want on here. A worthwhile inclusion for an extra 15 bucks. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning into my reviews. I really appreciate it. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.